All right. Hello, hello. So we have to work out what we're doing. I think I like killing an unstable flesh. Calmet plus a couple of Houndmasters plus a Plague Doctor. Could probably do that. I'm gonna keep leveling her up. The dots should be just extremely, extremely good here. Should be fine. Just 20% stress in Warrens, it's awkward. It'll be fine though. The alternate is to do a level 5 dungeon. Kill a Shrieker. I think this is fine. Alright, let's look at the stagecoach. Pass. Gonna lock in some late game perks. I'm not sure that this is actually working. There's a decent chance that the final missions have no torchlight. I don't know though. Seems like a ton. Let's get entrails off. Let's get tapeworm off. Let's level up our party. We want AoE, flashing daggers. Yep. It's fine. Good. 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 Anything else to spend on? Nothing that we have to do, right? Oh, I think these are free.
In time, you will know
these?
the tragic extent
No,
of
they're
my
not.
failings. Idol, amulet, or lucky charm. The simplest object can be a talisman against evil.
Okay, this should be fine. Doing a medium. We need trinkets. Gives me plus 35% damage. And the Grave Robber should be fine. We'll take no getting surprised. And I don't know. Focus ring. The Plague Doctor, he might just die though. Alright, we have our Houndmaster thingamajig. Let's go minus damage and plus bleed. And our 3rd rank Houndmaster. You telling me I have skinny arms, Breeze? It's all a camera trick. Sitting at a desk, never doing anything. Will probably help. If that's really what you're after. Darkest Dungeon has 1 dungeon every week, yeah. We have 84 weeks to make it to the end. Let's give you the pen. Whoa, what's going on? Let's go. Crescendo box here, pen here. Probably fine. Gonna put the Grave Robber in the 3rd rank so she can lunge. Actually, I'm gonna go 4th so she can lunge, shadow fade, lunge, shadow fade, shadow fade. Yeah. Seems like the plan. Let's put these guys on self-heal for the moment. I don't remember what I take to the Warrens. The Warrens is where we need lots of medicine, because there are carcasses. And we need slightly less food, because there are lots of carcasses that we get food from. I think there's holy water stuff to remove negative quirks. Bandage is probably fine. Should bring some keys, because this is a mission where we can get a secret room. Alright, go something like this.
I could not store such a
tiny
prodigious amount of offal, nor could I rid myself of it easily, possessed as it was by unnameable things from outer spheres. When excavations beneath the manor broke through into an ancient network of aqueducts and tunnels, I knew I had found a solution to the problem of disposal.
Yep. That's a very tiny person to find volition.
The thing is more terrible than I can describe. An incoherent jumble of organ, sinew, and bone. And bone.
I'm gonna go this way. So the boss fight's gonna be here. We're gonna walk up here, kill the boss, go here, camp, and then hopefully get good scouting pings out of these rooms in order to find the secret room before the end of the dungeon. Is anybody reading? Huh. We've been doing a very good job of stressing our plague doctors out with reading of late. Oh, now it's a larger person. I didn't mean to imply that there was anything wrong with being a small person. Certainly I would not say such a thing. Stun you. %54% stun. Sure. Try to stun this too. Great. Let's give them the bleeding. And give them the daggers. Need one more point of damage on this guy at some point in this round. Try to flight this. It has 120% flight resist. Probably not happening. It's good.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Teach me what I'm missing to find volition. My experience with Japanese games has been, I'm pretty sure, entirely positive. I can't remember a bad experience. Hey, Mbak! How's it going? It's been too long.
Does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Let's flip this guy over to stress healing. Oh, cool. I haven't been doing so well in level 5 dungeons yet myself. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Give him the stun juice. Mm-mm-mm. I'm really uncomfortable with the situation. I don't have a clue what I'm meant to be doing. This guy's got 40% protection. This guy's got 33. They're just gonna bleed to death. Right? This guy's got stun resist. So we can stun this guy. Okay, so I'm gonna lunge my Grave Robber forward so that she can stun this guy next turn. Oh, Chuhu. Bullet Hell Indie Game Series.
Body and brain.
What is Tuhu? An informational video. Lasers, patterns, grazing, lunatic? What does it mean? I don't know. Those are 4 entirely unrelated words, as far as I am aware. This didn't quite work. I'm gonna keep bleeding them because I don't see any other way that they're actually going to die. We're gonna hope that this somebody somehow stuns that. 34% chance. Nope. We're going to blight the back rank. We're gonna stun the back rank. Stun the back rank seems better. Toho. I miss XCOM a little bit too, Baron Mad. I wish that I could stream 1.3 right now, but I just don't. I don't really get much out of playing any more of 1.2, basically, and I know that I'm going to want to play lots of 1.3, so I want to give myself a little bit of a break. Let's give him some blight. Nice blights. Very good. Those are some sizable dots that we're working with here. Start blackjacking the centaur, I think, or the swine tor, because it's a pig. I do not know a Kiruga. It's burning for 11, so if I dealt 8 to it, we're not going to deal 8 to it, right? It's unlikely. Possible. Wow.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
It really wasn't likely. It's 80% blight resist. Good to go. Why the secrecy? I mean, I know what JL's told me, but I'm not meant to talk about it, probably. So I know, but I don't want to talk about it a bunch. Is that okay? Size is of no importance unless excessive and sanguine. I've screwed up the quote. I can't believe I've done this. Stun, please. Nice. That gives us another turn to chill out. Finish hugging the dog. We had the foreplay at the beginning and then lots and lots of hugging. Some good stuff right there. Well, this didn't actually do anything, did it?
Their cursed champion falls.
Yeah, I wish that I wish it was just really easy for me to like stream a game that I enjoy and that everybody wants to see every single day. This has the possibility of clearing a negative perk or giving me Warren's Explorer or Scrounger, but we have to pass because it also has a possibility of giving us 50 strength. Strength? Stress. 50 stress. Oh, are you still compulsive? You're obsessed with food. I don't know that somebody who was obsessed with food would be at all interested in that wagon, actually, to be honest. I cannot really imagine, like, Gordon Ramsay, for example, seeing that wagon and thinking, ooh, I should investigate further. Although I'm not sure if Gordon Ramsay is obsessed with food or obsessed with yelling at people. Found the skull things. What do the skull things do? They take holy water and give me loot. I brought some of that for exactly this situation.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
I am not sure that I believe that, Mbok. As a person who has at times in his life been hungry, I mean, I guess if you're really, really, really hungry, right? Like, sometimes people turn to cannibalism, and I get that. You guys know that, like, the amount of time, if you look at societies which have collapsed, the amount of time between the society at its peak, basically, to when people were turning to cannibalism to survive because there was no food, is typically like somewhere in the range of like 10 years. That's that's something that I think about like every day in sheer horror. So if we consider like current modern society to be at its peak right now, prior experience would suggest that by 2030 we could all be surviving off cannibalism to avoid starvation. Anyway, good stuff, good stuff. Good old cannibalism.
Impressive.
Holy shit. That's I have great hope for the future of humanity. I'm sure we'll all be fine.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration. Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
There was something extremely satisfying about watching all of these guys bleed out. I apologize profusely for the macabre turn.
The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
Let's eat some food. We don't really need heirlooms anymore. I had a jade. I threw it away. Unfortunate. Can actually use medicine to get more food from here on the way back if we want. I got a scout ping. That's really nice. And I'll check this curio first. Books, don't care. Just like maybe it's something good. Does anything change for the boss fight? I'm gonna drop Noxious Blast for Emboldening Vapors. Holy shit, she can buff for 13 dodge. She can just have 100 dodge. You serious? I guess she can't actually attack anything if she has 100 dodge, but still. 27, 13, that's plus 60. 5 here. Why is she at 23 right now? You can not only change skills, but you can also change camping skills, which is really confusing to me. Why are you only allowed to select 4 camping skills if you're allowed to change them before you camp? Doesn't make sense.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Okay, so the point is we attack it with dogs and it bleeds to death. That's the idea here.
Contorting and ever expanding. This horror must be unmade.
Holy shit, what the fuck? Oh, we're just gonna die. How much health does it have? Holy shit. That's really unlucky. You only have 1 anti-venom.
A singular strike.
On the other hand, that dealt... each of these dots is 6, so 24 dealt like 30 plus damage with that 1 attack. And there's another 24. So it's gonna be dead in 3 rounds in a bit. What the fuck? Oh my god. I'm gonna holy water him for resists and battlefield medicine him so that he's not on death's door anymore. Let's lunge at this. Or do we flashing daggers? No, these don't take damage really. Okay. Take another 22. Stun the back rank. There's a good ability. Please don't crit me. Thank you. You're stunned. You're stunned. These guys stun resist. They have protection though. I'm gonna try to stun it. Cool. That gives her the dodge buff as well, which is nice to have. We could stun this, maybe, but I'll just take the 30 damage or whatever. 28 damage. Okay. It's healing 10. These are not really stunnable, but they are blightable. So that'll tick for 30 on it. Tick for 17 and then pass. Oh boy. Lunge on this is probably right. Crit for 40 sounds nice. Get. Okay, the healing ones don't really do anything. It's just taking way too much damage to heal through it. So all we have to worry about is 2 guys who are difficult to stun. It's got 21 HP. I think just kill it.
Its destruction is a small consolation, given the implications of its terrible existence.
Whew. Start of that was terrifying.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
but we got it under control pretty quickly. So we're gonna walk back here and camp. Give this medicine.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
A bunch of new food. You can camp before
Furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
dealing with this stuff. Prevent nighttime ambush, increase scouting chance, and I have to decide whether we're dealing with stress and healing or taking even more scout chance. I'm gonna do it this way. 6. Probably wasn't worth it.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
A couple of food here, and let's go. We have plus 50% scouting chance for some number of battles. I am not doing a very good job of not rolling stress on those. I should maybe stop reading them. Scout. Okay, didn't find anything yet. There are 2 battles on the way to this. Bandages. We do have bandages.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
So book piles are more likely to give you good perks than bad perks, which is why I'm reading them. But I've noticed increasingly that there isn't really any difficulty getting enough good perks in this game. The problem is keeping your bad perks down. So I'm starting to feel like I'm not playing that correctly. Oh, I should flip back to right abilities. Good dodge. Have you considered being stunned again?
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Get. Oh, I was gonna flip abilities, right? Whoops. Well, I didn't. Back rank is blight resistant, but we can stun them still.
Powerful blow.
With the Plague Doctor, we actually sort of want to kill the front guys first, but we don't want them to die to their dots. We want there to be corpses. Well, screwed that up. What's the benefit of sticking around after the boss fight? Get more loot, basically. All the dungeons with boss fights in them, at least my understanding of it is, all of the dungeons with boss fights in them have secret rooms somewhere. So if you get a scouting ping, which reveals the corridor that the secret room is in, you are able to access it. And it gives you like 15,000 gold, which is a lot of gold. Stun resistant. It's bleeding for 6. This is a pretty mediocre ability to use right here. But we rolled the blight. Good.
Destroy them all.
Let's stun you. Good, so you're not getting another ability. And that doesn't really matter. Okay. Just doing the little fights while you have enough food and stuff to keep going gets you a little bit more stuff as well. I've gotten all of my ancestral trinkets from missions, I believe. I think I actually have all of them in the game already. Like, not really through any fault of my own either. It's not like I sat down and worked out how I was going to get them all. It just sort of happened.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
We're just throwing away heirlooms at this point. Another scouting ping. Wow. I think we missed the secret room, unless it's just not here. It must be along one of these 2 corridors, or maybe in here. It's too bad. Let's walk around a little bit and fill up our inventory some more. Check all the curios. This burns off a negative perk. Let's get rid of the locked-in ruins phobe. Doesn't really do anything though on a Houndmaster. It's not like I'm bringing a bleed guy to the ruins. Warren's phobe is gone. That's... I care more about that. Pretty sure all that those Raxiv knives do, at worst, is bleed your guy. Cool. So, I guess we're buffing with the Plague Doctor. That's his job now. Because I keep on forgetting to give him actual perks again. Bleed out. And we can medicine somebody.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Double emerald's really nice. So you can get 1750 gold in a pile. If you get jewels which stack, you can get above that, but you have to like get lucky to find lots of the same jewel. Let's go.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
I find that sort of weird.
Only the strength to follow it.
Okay. Like, I guess it makes the game interesting. It's just, like, bizarre RNG that I don't really need happening in my dungeons. I'm just gonna leave these books alone. Resist? What is that nonsense? All of our options are so bad here. I'm going to flashing daggers to debuff these guys' bleed resists. Make sure that the Houndmasters do a little bit better. Incoming turns. Good dodge. Tentacle Devour. Another good dodge. It's 33 dodge.
The ground quakes.
We're at plus 62% damage.
Decimated.
Which lets us crit for 58. Seems okay. And I'll just bleed the pigman to death. Okay, one more attack, and you're done. It's all over, my friend. Oh, I should have stress healed.
The victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Let's drop our anti-venom, drop our holy water. This potentially gives us a bunch of stress, but maybe that's okay right now. I mean, that's fine. I'm just gonna stress heal him in town anyway,
Reeling,
so it doesn't do anything.
gasping, taken over the edge into madness.
I'm just gonna call that a quest. There's one more fight that we could have done. But with the Plague Doctor yelling at us, it's not that exciting. Natural swing is nice. Manslayer. Okay, so Paranormia is the only one that I want to get rid of, I think. The other stuff is fine. Not like amazing to have, but
In time.